This is my friend Monette. I'm so excited to have her here. Monette has been through the Forever Change and Processing the Pain of Grief program at the Grief School. Monette, if I brought another griever in the room, fresh, brand new griever, what would you tell her? What would you tell her today?
She's in the right place.
Oh, she's in the right place. Yeah. Hey, and hey, can I give you a hug? I'd want to give you a hug.
Yes,
You're in the
ma'am.
right place. Yeah. Um, what do you think has been the biggest thing that you learned about your grief at this till this point?
That it's okay to have it.
It's okay to have it.
Yeah,
It's okay to be a griever.
yeah,
It's okay to cry. It's okay to go through this. I want to go back to when you and I first met. May I share that story?
yeah, sure.
You met me on TikTok and then you reached out, and I don't think I had put together that you were Butterfly Roses yet. Butterfly Roses, right? Is your tagline? I
Yeah.
hadn't put together that that was you yet. And you and I met the day that when you met, and I even still say this to this day, it was like you weren't even talking in complete sentences. Like you had so much to tell me and so much to share. And it was at that moment that we started talking about brain dumps. Like, and I was like, Monette, you got to get it out of your brain. You just got to get it onto paper. Something about that hit you.
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm a writer. I love to write and I love to talk. So I thought, well, if this is what a brain dump is, then I'm going to do it because it's going to help. So
And then you started doing brain dumps, and like every time we're on lives, you're telling grievers, like, y'all need to do these. Something happens when you can put what you're thinking about onto paper. What's happening for you?
I just realized this yesterday or the day before, and I told someone that I've been doing this for a long time, not a long, long time, but I just realized that it has to go from my head to my heart.
Oh my God. That is so that's so you, isn't it? You will stay intellectual in it for a while. And once you get it out of there and you get it onto the paper,
Yeah.
then you start figuring things out. I have to tell a funny story about you, though. I have to tell a funny story.
Which one?
John's story
Oh, okay. Okay.
even completely showed you all the steps yet. And one night you're doing this brain dumping thing, and some kind of way you figure out the other two steps. It came from your heart. It had to have come from your heart. You figure out the other two steps of the grieving process and you did them on your own. And you came to class and you're like waving this paper around and you're like, I need to share this. And I was like, okay, I hadn't known you that long. And I was like, okay, crazy, we're getting to it. Just wait. And then I started talking to the other lady and you were like, I remember you even saying, well, am I going to get to share this or not?
Yep.
I was like, yeah, you can share it. You blew me away.
I had to get it out.
You had to get it out. It
Yeah.
had to be come out. It had to come out. You had figured it out and it had to come out. I think the other part that you didn't know, I don't know if you knew it then, but one of the other parts of the steps is actually saying it out loud to another person who can hear you.
Yeah.
And when you shared it, you were like, I think we were all crying. Like it was so beautiful. It was so, so beautiful. And you didn't, it was, you had uncovered a part of your grief that had been stuck so far down and you didn't even know it was there, but when it appeared, you had to get it out.
That grief was from 1999.
Wow. Wow. It will forever be one of the most amazing grieving experiences I've ever had. You figuring it out on your own, you doing it, and you processing it. One of the other things that I've figured out about you, and it's your brain, it's got to get out of my brain into my heart, is that I got to let you process it till you're ready.
My way.
Because when you're ready, you come with it right. What do you think's going on during that part?
Um, avoidance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resistance.
Oh, resistance and
Mm,
avoiding. Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
I don't want to feel it.
Yeah.
And then
Feel it.
start it, and I'm gun ho, and I'm doing dumps and got all my papers and my pens, and I am ready. And I get into about a page and a half. And then I'm like, can't
I'm
do it right
done.
now. Not now.
And in between, you and I'll talk. You'll be like, hey, I need to meet. And we talk it through. And then we'll do another session and we'll talk it through. Okay, everybody who's listening to this podcast, y'all ain't getting this treatment. I'm telling you right now. This little lady right here has had more grief than the average bear, and that's why she gets away with it. And she's my special little something something, and so I can help her with it. Um, and that's true. Now let's talk to that, Monette. You've lost 3 children. Had it not been that, I think that I have to walk with you the way you're doing it, and I'm willing to do that because of the way it has to show up for you, a little bit at a time. What do you think about that? Speak to that.
Well, I'm on my ninth grief person,
Yes.
or 10. Is it 9 or 10?
I think it's 10.
I don't know. Um, this grief person coming up is the second daughter, second child
Yeah.
that I lost, Danielle. Um, haven't started on her yet. And that's because I just went through a horrendous grief experience. Um, what was the question?
Was that sometimes you need space in between, and I give
Oh,
you space in between where I wouldn't give other people space in between. But I think because you're such a special lady and a special mama, and because of your circumstances, I allow you that space in between. And sometimes you need that.
I do need it. Each time I do my grief work, um, I have a process,
Yeah. Yeah.
if that's the proper word. Um, when I finish my letter with the group, it's usually overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not only for me,
Yeah.
but it's overwhelming for the group.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful that I have all of you. Um, we're all here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so, what brought me to TikTok in the first place to try to find who I didn't know I was looking for, uh, which is Sharon. I had lost 3 children to drug addiction. Um, the first one was in 2016, but 6 months before I lost my first daughter, I lost my husband. And the amount of grief that I had just from those 2 people, it's just indescribable. And I didn't have a therapist at the time. I didn't have a grief coach. I had a few friends and some family. And unfortunately, in the process, um, something wrong.
Mm-mm.
Okay. um, I lost a few friends and I lost some family members
Yeah.
because of the grief.
Yeah.
Um, and then, I lost a nephew and I lost a sister-in-law. I lost my sister. Um, then another daughter. That was the second daughter, Danielle. First daughter was Sabrina. Um, Danielle died in 21. And then in 23, I lost my oldest son, Gary. That was also to drug addiction, but he was basically poisoned. Um, so when Sharon says that I could hardly speak a sentence, she's telling the truth. I was I was just not me. And there was so much grief that I didn't even know how to breathe,
Yeah. Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I am, I enjoy sitting with you, even though sometimes it can go really deep, because sometimes it gets really funny. And you and I have a lot of fun together and we enjoy one another, even through our tears of crying and going through all of that. One of the relationships that really was eye-popping for you was when you the first relationship you did, which was mom. So we did mom's relationship, and this is what happens with you, and I love this about you. You go home and you get your intellectual brain going, and then you drop in your heart, and you came back and you were like, all this huge discovery, which I thought was so beautiful for you. How hard has it been doing the 10 relationships? Tell the truth.
Been hard.
It's been really hard.
Been
It's
really
been really hard. Why haven't you given up?
I have a family,
Yeah.
as you all know. Um, I have grandchildren that I've raised. I'm still raising one. I have two great grandchildren, and they need to know how to grieve.
Yeah. Wow.
Point blank.
Wow, Mama. That's amazing. One of the things that you really like to talk about is boundaries. You love to talk about boundaries. You love to learn about it. You share about it. Why are boundaries so important for you?
One of the reasons, um, more so lately, boundaries are so important because when I didn't have them, people ran over me.
Uh,
And being in the situations that I've been in most of my life, centered around drugs and alcohol and um, just not being able to live.
yeah.
It when you don't have boundaries, people will just walk all over you
Yeah.
like you're a welcome mat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I am not a welcome mat anymore.
Yeah. And when you decide that it's a boundary for you, I see you do it. It's a strong boundary for you. And it takes a while for you to get there. But when you get there, you really got it and you go with that boundary. And it's whenever I mention boundaries, you're like, yes, let's learn about that. Let's talk about it. I always think it's so cute. At one point, you were doing some grief work in some women's groups. So you were out sharing about your grief and talking about your grief. Is that how the group work?
Yeah. So,
Okay. And one of the things that you said to me last week, you're like, I'm writing this book. And I was like, yes, you are. Tell me about wanting to write the book and why the book.
um, years ago, I didn't know all of this. I didn't know like anything that I was going to end up going through. And I've always been a writer.
Yeah.
I've always journaled.
Yeah.
I I was an A student in
Oh, yeah.
English, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I loved it. I was a school editor for our newspaper,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I won the school spelling bee. And talking about those classes and everything that I had been in before, I was a facilitator for women. I taught classes on boundaries. Um, Imagine that. And then the last one that I was in unfortunately closed down,
Mm,
and I had a lot of problems after that. So I've never really re entered into any kind of programs or um, but back to the wanting to write the book. I have always wanted to be an author,
yeah.
and I wrote 20 years of a book. I had,
Wow.
I had a transcript, and something happened to my hard drive, and I let my nephew have it because he was tech savvy. I mean, he could even build computers.
Oh, yeah.
So he said, "Trust me with this, Auntie Momo." You know? So I said, "Okay," and I gave it to him, and he lost it. 20 years.
Yeah, but that was that the book that wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I had 20 more years to add to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It just
Monette,
wasn't time.
with your wanting to book now, write the book now, it's a different story now. Oh, look at those eyes. It's a
Yeah.
different story now. And who do you want to look at the book? I know you haven't written it. I know you're talking about it. I know you have pieces of it. I know you've kept all your work that you've done so far. But this is going to be two questions. I'm going to go with this question first. When we have a loss, especially a profound loss, sometimes we want to give meaning to that loss. You writing the book, is it going to be giving meaning to the loss, your grief experience? Number one, are you going to make it mean something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about everything that I've been through.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not going to be an autobiography. Um, yeah, there's going to be things in it, of course, that um, I'm going to leave out. I mean, maybe meaning to, maybe not meaning to,
Right.
but um, I have I have enough,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
for a bestseller.
I'm going to be the number one. I'm going to buy it. Okay. Who do you want to touch in with the book? Whose heart do you want to touch? Is it the mamas? Is it the women? Is it the humankind?
Yeah, it's it's all of that. It's
Yeah.
It's anybody that is in pain,
Yeah.
anybody that's suffering, anybody that's grieving, and the ones that don't think that they can make it through
Yeah.
and that they don't have a purpose or that they can't live anymore.
Yeah.
Um, what I will say is that after doing the grief people that I've done, I've found a lot of peace
Yeah.
and I've found a lot of love
Yeah.
on the other side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Do you think, let me ask you this, because when I met you, you were writing the book. I'm writing a book, and I was like, Monette, would you trust me on one thing? Would you do your grief work first and then write your book? And you said, yeah, I'll do that. And then we got to this point, and you told me the other day, girl, I'm writing this book. And I was like, I'm with you. Because we have done a lot of grief work, even though it all hasn't been, we haven't finished all the relationships. Um, do you think because you've done the work and you found that love, it's going to be a different book than it would have been a year and a half ago?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because you've looked at so much stuff and you looked at different stuff. All right. So tell me about the most surprising thing that you've learned on this grief healing journey.
I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought I was.
Really?
Thought I was.
Wow. Wow. That's so cool. So, so cool. And I love it because I love it when you come in and you're helping the other women. I love it when you say, hey, you ask them a question. Hey, have you thought about this? Hey, have you thought about that? Sometimes you come in and you can't even talk because it's a bad day and you'll just be in the camera and you'll just be off camera and you'll just be in there. And sometimes you're asking questions and sometimes you're the support for them. And sometimes you need the support. And it's been that way all around, all along. And I think that's absolutely fabulous. And then sometimes you're in the lives and you're helping, we're helping strangers that we don't even know.
Mhm.
And you're just calling them out. You're like, hey, Susie, hey, Bobby, hey, Barbara, yay, giving you hearts and love. Like we're just there because we know what it's like to be there on those first few days, right? How does it feel to be the support?
Um, it's like that's why I'm there.
Yes.
That's that's the whole reason for all of this.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's one person or if it's 10. And we all know I have a lot to say. um, and I could go on and on and on. You
Yeah.
know, in all of the groups. I know when um, the other women talk, there's not a lot that I haven't been through.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to be 70 years old.
Wow.
And I mean, that's, I was out running around yesterday and I went to a couple different places and, you always run into problems.
Yeah.
And I I got kind of discouraged and I thought, well, I'm not going to the doctor at 1:45. I'm just going to sit here at the house. I've had a bad morning and I got to thinking that's not going to help me.
Yeah.
That's not going to help me.
Yeah.
Um, Being in the group and having all of the support.
Yeah.
I've got a couple girls that will text me and say, "Did you make that doctor appointment? Did you go?" And sometimes, I do, and sometimes I don't. But that's still support,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
And I think in the groups that you have, it's absolutely amazing. It's been a lifesaver.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have been a lifesaver to me too, and I don't think you realize that. Like you guys being there, I open that camera up and you're on the other side of it, and it's just like, wow, you're just so amazing.
That's how I feel when I see you.
One of the things that happens is that you and I laugh a lot and we make a lot of jokes. I love your humor. I
Yeah.
just love your humor. I just think it's so right on and so all the time. Did you ever think you'd be on your grief healing journey making jokes?
No, never, never.
Did you think you'd ever laugh?
Um, I, I don't know. Maybe a small part of me did,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, but
I just thought my life was over. Like I was just going to be this humdrum, sad life. Sometimes when I make appointments with you, I have to make them for 2 hours because you and I are just go on and on and on and on and on. Because we just enjoy each other's company and we'll go into other subjects and then we go back to the grief. And that is so cool. But laughter is one of the things, joy. You actually do experience joy on a grief healing journey. You experience frustration and anger and exhaustion and worry and fear. And joy is one of those things as well. And I think a lot of grievers don't think that that's a possibility for them.
oh, um, when when I was done with my grief work with Sabrina, um, and honestly, sometimes I think people think she's absolutely lost her mind because I will make jokes.
Oh, yeah.
And, with the family, with my friends, with people
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. If, I mean, well, they say laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah.
And I've always had humor, um, even though, during the last 10 years or more, um, it was hard to find,
Yeah.
you know. But after I did the grief work on Sabrina, I could absolutely laugh. Um, she was hilarious,
Yeah. Yeah.
and everybody that I talked to remembers her for her laugh. It was loud, it was obnoxious, and she gets that from me. So,
Ask you a question.
yeah.
Are there sometimes do you think that you're making jokes when you're really in grief pain? Could we use that as a cover up sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we don't want people to know. So we try to act like we're all I don't get that from you because you and I could tell a joke or be laughing and I really want to say we're enjoying each other's company and then 2 seconds later you could be down in the grief. So
Yeah.
I think because we're honest with each other that makes a difference. But I think there's probably times where we make jokes and we're really in grief pain.
In the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me say, if you don't tell the truth,
Yeah.
you're not going to get anywhere.
No. No.
And I've tried, like, even, before I was a church person, and I'm not like so much into spirituality right now, but I've always tried to be a good person. I've
Yeah.
always tried to be honest
Yeah.
and teach my kids that and my grandchildren. Um, it's I've been in programs where that's required.
Yeah.
You have got to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And I think that the humor part of it, you know, my ex-husband Gary taught our family that laughing was okay
Yeah.
to hide our pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's absolutely not. It's
Yeah.
it's just another coping mechanism to push down all of your feelings.
Oh yeah. 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 And I think that you have to have a mix of both, right? You can tell a joke, but you also have to tell the truth. You have to have that mixture of both. All right. I want you to talk to the next woman who's deciding whether to come to the grief school or not. What are you going to tell her?
Like if she's just come into
She's like, should I do this program or not? What if she asked you for advice? What would you tell her?
um, without a doubt,
Yeah.
without a doubt,
Yeah.
you if you're even asking that question, then your answer is yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you may stumble and you may leave for a while and come back.
Yeah.
You can just fumble all over the place.
Yeah.
But like I said, honesty is the first thing that I
Yeah.
think of. Commitment is
Yeah.
probably the second.
Yeah.
And I will be the first to tell you, and God rest her soul, Sabrina would know this, that I was never committed to anything. I
Wow.
even told that in one of my groups one time. She said, I'm so proud of my mother. She stood up and everything. And she said, I think this is the first program that she's ever completed. And it's like she even has a certificate. And it was when I had joined this ladies group. It was called Christian Women's Job Corps.
Oh, wow.
And I took that class for 736 hours.
Wow.
And I got the certificate and I went on to find an office job
Oh my
because I
God.
had no skills.
Wow.
I had no skills because I was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, you've committed to this. You haven't given up.
Yeah.
You have not given up. Why?
Because it's my life.
Yeah.
It's 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 my support. It's what gets me through the day. It's what gets me through the next hour or 10 minutes. Um, there's women in here that, I talk about being our support group and that will text me. And, out of nowhere, I might get a text um, from one of them that says, I haven't seen you, you know, like maybe, and I don't go, without coming in for days. Sometimes there's one part that I have trouble with, and I've never said anything to anybody about it, and I won't, and especially not on here. But I know that I could go to any of those
Yeah.
ladies and
Yeah.
that they would keep it's not a secret, but they would keep my,
Confidentiality.
my confidentiality. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, being, being honest and committed and,
Yeah.
the confidentiality too is part of this,
Yeah.
and um, trust.
Yeah.
No, we do not tell anybody else
Yeah.
what's said in these
Yeah.
rooms.
Yeah.
And that's very important because that's why we can depend on each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I know who I can call, and I mean, it's just, it's all, it's all, it's all a process. It's all a program, and a school. And if you do what you're told to do, um, and follow everything that you have to offer, it's going to work.
It's gonna work. And if you have special circumstances, extenuating circumstances like you do, I'm working with you because this is the way you need to do it. And I enjoy being with you. Like we created a plan around what you need within the realms of what you're doing. And that has been just absolutely a joy. All right. I want to say this. I love you. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for sharing your life with me. Thank you for being here for me. And thank you for being an amazing, amazing student and a beautiful woman to be around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
And
I
thank
love
you.
you.
Thank you. All righty, here we go.